Hey, so I was thinking, I think today would be a great day to do a product review. And I started thinking about it because, I don't know if you notice it within your life, but a lot of times things kind of come in waves. You start to see a lot of one thing, whether it's a topic, whatever it might be. Recently, there's been a lot of things coming my way, questions on, problems with, about inflammation. Everything from my dog with arthritis, who has osteoarthritis in one hip, dysplasia in the other, to family members, to customers from the pharmacy. I like natural supplements a lot. Now, think about it. What's the most common medication or class or family used for inflammation? It's nonsteroidal anti-inflammatories. These are drugs like ibuprofen. These are drugs like naproxen. Other ones like celecoxib, Mobic or meloxicam. Now, I don't know if you're aware, but back in 2015, the FDA heightened their warnings on the cardiovascular risk factors of this family of medications, essentially saying they can, yes, we know they increase the risk of heart disease and stroke, but what they were saying is, you know what? It can be done even, it can happen even sooner, so it can happen even with short-term use. Albeit, people who tend to have a predisposition to cardiovascular issues have a higher percentage, or people that are on these medications at higher doses a long time have a higher risk factor as well. But hey, if we can do something naturally that might reduce these risk factors and in fact give us a better response, why not? So today I want to talk about a product that I've been recommending for a few years now. It's called Joint Complex. This one here is by Pure Encapsulations. And I work in the pharmacy a couple days a week. I spend most of the other time basically in my office and talking to people and consulting. But when I work there, I do a lot of point and shoots, and I do a lot of recommendations through articles and stuff like that. And obviously, you want to talk about inflammation. You want to talk about arthritis because it's a big issue, and it's the number one cause of disability, arthritis is, in the country. And there's a lot of people hurting, and a lot of people are looking for solutions. So a few years ago, I came across an ingredient in here which is called UC2, undenatured collagen. Now, what I love, this is a combination product, and I'm going to talk about three primary ones because I don't want to keep you all day, because they're my favorites. Undenatured collagen, which is UC2, boswellia, and curcumin. Now, UC2 to me is an all-star. University of Nebraska, I think it was 2001 or something like that, they were doing a study with patients with osteoarthritis. Now, over the last few years, we've recognized that there might be an autoimmune element in osteoarthritis. We've always said, okay, RA is that, right? But osteoarthritis, which is the most common form of arthritis, has an autoimmune element. And what happens is, through wear and tear, we get tissue breakdown, right? And you've got the cartilage, but within that cartilage is collagen. And when that wear and tear opens up, that collagen is exposed to the bloodstream. The body doesn't normally have collagen in the bloodstream, so it recognizes it as a foreign being. And it does what it's designed to do. It attacks it. It attacks it by throwing these chemicals called like cytokines at it, which will increase inflammation. And the thing is, if it's that constant exposure, then it becomes a chronic inflammatory condition. Chronic inflammatory conditions can actually lead us to an autoimmune disorder where the body keeps automatically attacking itself. So they were doing a study, once again back to University of Nebraska, and they found that a group of patients with osteoarthritis were getting better when they were drinking or consuming this vegetable chicken soup. They originally thought, well, maybe it's from the vegetables, the antioxidants. They could be anti-inflammatory, they could provide some benefits. But then as they looked into it, they realized it was from the bones because they cooked the soup bone in. And from that, the collagen leaked out. So this is much like bone broth, okay? So it's very similar to it. This is what I call bone broth on steroids in a simple pill. So they found they were getting better that way. So it turns out the collagen in here, the body recognizes it, or it comes through the body. It's fully, completely to be able to be digested, which is really nice because even with people with digestive disorders are able to absorb this. It works through the intestinal area, and it can actually work to quell the body's response, to dampen the body's autoimmune response from keep attacking itself. In studies, it's worked twice as good as glucosamine and chondroitin. It's worked well on children with juvenile arthritis, animals like horses and humans. I use this in my practice for people with all different forms. Osteoarthritis, I've seen improvements in rheumatoid arthritis. Okay, so that's a UC2. I love it. It's absolutely one of my favorites. Now, what I also was talking about, we've got some curcumin and boswellia. These two work very well hand in hand. Boswellia is from frankincense, curcumin's from turmeric. Turmeric is a spice in the ginger family. So when you hear curcumin and turmeric, it's pretty much one and the same. What I do recommend or caution is do not buy on price, because there's a lot of fake curcumin on the market. Up to 50% is actually artificial or synthetic, I guess I should say, which is not going to give you the proposed benefits. So you need to go with a good company. You need to go with a company that does a proper testing on their product, which is through carbon dating. It's not through HPLC, which is the common way that they go. So this is just a big issue and a big stickler. In addition to that, curcumin's got a very low level of absorption. So in this case, they use the product from Indina Labs, which is Marivia, which they put it in a phytosome, which is phosphatidylcholine, which enhances the absorption even much more. Great anti-inflammatory, cardioprotective, supports the GI tract, does not have the benefits, it does not have the challenges of NSAIDs. It does not increase the risk factors to heart disease and stroke. As I said, it's cardioprotective. It actually helps protect the digestive tract and can enhance that, that layer due to toxic insult, right? Because we know NSAIDs can actually lead to ulcers and things like that. So curcumin is one of my favorite, kidney protective, brain support, a lot of good benefits. Boswellia, we want a good, highly absorbable, and once again, we want an AKBA. That's the form that they have in here, which is one of the best. In a study, it was 250 milligrams Boswellia, 250 milligrams of curcumin. They took patients, one group took that twice a day. The other group took celecoxib, 100 milligrams twice a day. That is generic for Celebrex, which is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory. Not only did the group with the curcumin and the boswellia do just as good, they actually did better. Their pain scores were better after the test than the people on the celecoxib. They were able to move further and have better movement and walk further as well. So, you know, the research is there. I clinically see it on all the time. I love this product, great product review. In addition, it also has MSM and hyaluronic acid, other supplements you probably heard of that are great for joints. So dosing, it says one daily. I have worked with people and I've had them sometimes do another curcumin at the other end of the day if they need it. Or I've had some people that started taking 2 a day of this, and that's what finally dialed them in really well. There's obviously other things we can do for arthritis and inflammation. We'll get to that in another one, another video. Anyway, thanks for tuning in again. Rob the Root Pharmacist, and subscribe for Healthy Vibes. Talk to you.